Well, today was day 8, but I had to make it a rest day today due to the squally conditions, very onshore. Not super cold, but just windy, super windy and choppy. Not great to surf on, and as you can see, no one was surfing. This was at 6:30 this morning. Yeah, and lots of rips, so pretty easy to get dragged out in that current if you're not a strong paddler. But nothing stops volleyball in Manly. Yeah, so even down the south end was a little bit choppy. I tried to zoom in on some surf club people, and these guys, these champions, are still doing the bold and the beautiful swimming, but I was trying to see if they maybe caught some waves, but even they didn't. So good on them. So I was trying to look direct north from Manly, so looking directly north is like looking at Curl up there. That's where the wind was all coming from, so not so good in Manly. It's not at all protected by the north wind. This is Shelly Beach, so I decided to go for a big walk. Just everywhere, the top of Shelly, but the top of North Head, just everything was so windy. This was probably the only protected part right in there. So just walked around Manly, the big castle on the hill. But this was no wind at all. This is the harbour side. So, and then later at lunchtime, still stronger winds, but low tide. There was a couple of dudes out. I was pretty impressed, and then I felt a bit bad, like maybe I should be out too. But I was happy just to watch. It was still pretty squally. Those are the only guys I saw in the water. Yeah, it's still pretty empty, and no one at all down south end. I think it was kind of bigger down there. So I just trekked around Manly, so caught some wildlife. Hardly anyone on the beachfront at lunchtime. Normally that area's all packed. This is me giving scope of how windy it was. So yeah, walking around the harbour again. This was definitely the best spot. Yeah, kind of warm too when you're out of the wind. These guys are my favourite. They're just destroying everything. White cockatoos. They're just destructive birds. What can I say? And this was at 5:30 tonight. Yeah, all the kite surfers were out, which was cool to see. You don't often see kite surfers in Manly until the wind's really onshore like this. Yeah, so I think that's pretty amazing. I don't know if I'd ever do it myself, but yeah, they had the whole beach to themselves, and it was high tide again at this point. Yeah, 3 foot swell. Yeah, so I'm sorry that I missed out, but anyway, hopefully tomorrow.